Okay, hey, how's it going, everybody? This is Mr. Free Corner, back at it. All right, so here I was checking out this article here. It says Ripple wants to beat Bitcoin in India. Initially planned to give away billions of XRP. Okay, it says here giving away 2 billion XRP. No, they didn't. They didn't do that. They considered it, but no, I'm glad they did. I'm glad they turned, threw that idea out. Birla said, let me see, I want to see. Yeah, Ashish Birla, which is the vice president of Ripple. He said, we looked early on at India, and we looked at 2 billion people, huge market. And we decided, how do you get 2 billion people onto Ripple? Do we give away the currency away? Do we give the currency away to every Indian? That's like 2 billion. Just give it away? Well, that's probably not the best idea, because if you think about it, there are 2 billion people, in India, but that just gives every Indian one XRP, right? So, I mean, that would be great if one XRP ended up being like $500 or $1,000, but at 44 cents, not so great. But anyway, that's just my 2 cents. It says 2 billion XRP at a rate of 44 cents would cost around 880 million, and based on the all-time high price of XRP, which could be achieved once again in the next rally of the cryptocurrency market, 2 billion XRP tokens could easily be worth roughly 7 billion. Okay, that's a lot. It's a lot of money. To secure the Indian finance market and to provide financial support to the majority of the population that is underbanked, Ripple initially considered giving away at least 880 million and potentially billions to the population of India. But given the difficulty involving the process of distributing XRP to billions of people in the region and the cost of it and the cost involved, Birla said that the company decided to secure strategic partnerships with the country's largest banks instead. Okay, so he said that that was one idea, but then we realized that if you get the top 3 banks in India onto Ripple, you get 80% of the market share. And then we looked at where's the future. And so we realized in the next 5 years, 1 billion people will become banked in India, but they'll be banked through their phone. So then we started targeting mobile phone providers and telcos. And so now I think that in our pipeline, we have probably 50% of the market in India, either integrated onto Ripple or in the deal, in the sort of pipeline to be signed, in India. So what he's saying here is that at this point, they have 50% of the Indian market in banks and mobile phone providers. Okay, because if looking at this, and I think that in our pipeline we have probably 50% of the market in India either integrated into Ripple. Okay, so part of these have already been pulled, or that are already on Ripple or in the deal. So or they are currently working on deals or have already signed deals with them in the sort of pipeline to be signed to India. So this is in works. Like it's 50%, a total of 50% that are already on it or that will be on it soon because they're already in deals. All right. So I'm saying all that to say this. We all know that XRP is going to be a major player as it relates to cryptocurrency. Will it beat Bitcoin out? Who knows? I mean, does it really even matter? If Bitcoin is at 5 trillion and XRP is at 4 trillion or 3 trillion, I mean, does it really matter? No, it doesn't. I mean, really, all of us who are holders, all we care about is the price going up and seeing some profits on our investment, right? So this is great news. And then also, I mean, does it really matter? As far as the SEC, does it really matter if they say it's a security or not? Does it really matter if XRP ends up getting onto Coinbase? No, it doesn't. Because this is the thing. Those two ideas, okay, those two things there, Coinbase and SEC, it's only related to the United States. It's only related to here. How many people are here in the US? There's only about 300 to 400 million people here in the US. That's total. As far as people that have money to spend on cryptocurrency, that number drastically reduces. Okay. As far as the age range and all of that, or whether they're employed or not, I mean, it drastically reduces. So what we have to be looking at is the fact that Ripple is out around the globe getting partnerships. Not only that, they're also getting banks. We already have Santander, which I'm more than sure they will be using XRP on a wide basis very soon if they are not already doing so. Now, you may ask, why is it that the price is where it is? Well, of course, there's price manipulation. We know that. We know that still, no matter how much we really don't want it to be, XRP and every other cryptocurrency is still tied to what happens with Bitcoin. That's just a fact. Okay. And to be honest, there are wolves at the gate right now. Okay. They want your positions. They want you to sell out. Don't give them that satisfaction. They want you to sell. If you go and check out Alex Cobb, a couple other guys who, made or the Modern Investor, they read an article concerning something that happened back in the 1800s where some tactics were used to get people to basically fear bait people out of their property. Okay. And that's exactly what's happening right now. There's so much FUD and so much fear mongering going on the internet right now related to XRP. It is unbelievable. But that in itself should show you how important this one cryptocurrency is. It doesn't matter if it's said to be a security, because if it is a security, guess what happens? Guess what happens? Banks are going to rush into it because they need to make sure that their investments are going to be protected. Okay? That's what it's about. So, don't let anybody, okay? Don't let anyone get you out of your position. And in fact, it doesn't matter if it's Bitcoin. It doesn't matter if it's XRP. It does not matter what position you have. Stay in it. Weather the storm. Do not let the FUD, the fear, the mongering, none of this. Don't let it get you out of your position. That's the most important thing. Listen, most of us today, or most people that, well, maybe not most, but a large portion of the people that are into cryptocurrency right now and at this point were not involved in crypto a year ago. Now, I can tell you just my own personal journey. I lost a lot of money in here because I believed the FUD and I didn't know any better. I wasn't looking at the all the different videos and whatnot that people were putting out, and it wasn't even like this. This period in time is very different from the way it was a year ago. Okay, very, very different. There was a whole different thing going on back then, and there were some, all out scams going on back then. So do not listen to, if you hear someone bashing a coin, don't look at their video. Okay, if you hear them talking, in fact, do this. Listen to what they have to say and then go research it for yourself. Now, I can tell you, no one puts time into something that isn't worth the time. Okay? They don't put time into anything if it's not worth the time. So if you hear someone bashing something and they do it over and over again, or just the fact that so many people are putting this FUD out about XRP, that means there's something to it. So keep your position. And in fact, even if the price goes down to 20 cents, that means there's a sale going on. Buy it. I'm buying every chance I get. I'm buying. I doubled my position in the last month. I doubled it. Okay? Despite all the FUD, despite all of that. And I'm going to hold on to my position until it reaches the amount that I'm satisfied with. Because I do not plan to go and punch a clock for anyone after this year. That is just not what I'm planning to do. I have every confidence that what I've invested in, and XRP is not the only one, but I'm just speaking about that one because there's so much going on about it. You may want to look into Tron as well. It's a good project, but I'm sticking with my position until I see what I want to see, because I know that it was a good decision. I know I made a good decision. I made a good decision by getting into crypto. I didn't have much information or much knowledge about it when I first got in. I really wish I did. Right now, if I had, I would already be a millionaire. I have that opportunity again. You will not see this opportunity ever again in crypto. This is very likely the last year you will ever see prices like this again, where there's a potential for such gain. You will very likely never ever never see this again. There may be other opportunities that come about, but look at when was the last opportunity? When was it? Was it housing? Did most people have enough? Was there ever a time where you could get a house or anything at pennies on the dollar, and where you didn't have to have thousands of dollars to get into it? No, there has never been another opportunity other than stocks. But the potential for profit has never ever been this high. Never. Don't allow yourself to be fooled out of your position. Everything that's happening right now is simply there to make you afraid and make you feel like you need to jump out. Stay strong, stay with it. Weather the storm. We will see the sunlight. We will see beautiful skies when we get through these clouds. Okay? Now, I do have to say, I am not a financial advisor. These are just my opinions. The decision's up to you. You decide what you're going to do. Okay? Thank you for joining me. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe. Turn on the post notifications, and I will see you again soon.